if someone were to ask you why you believe in Jesus, you're not sure what to say would be good enough. Can you kind of phrase that as a question? Because there's books on that topic. Can you kind of narrow it in a bit? Well, I can tell you why I believe in Jesus. One, there is the personal experience. There's the spiritual experience that I've had of Christ in my life. And they may say, oh, well, that's just subjective. That's just your feeling, you're imagining things. But there's also the fact that historically, we know Jesus existed. He's a person. Atheist scholars will admit there was a man named Jesus 2,000 years ago in Israel. From the historical facts that we have, we can pretty much show that he did die, was crucified, and rose from the dead. We actually have a speaker coming, the date changed, I'll have to get with you on that. We actually have a speaker coming right before Easter who is going to give us a presentation on the historical case. Here's the historical evidence of how we can know that Jesus rose from the dead. But then also, what I read in this book about Christ and about the scripture and tradition that led to his coming, it just makes sense of life. C.S. Lewis, he wrote the Chronicles of Narnia. He also wrote a lot of really deep theological books. One of the things he said was, I don't believe in Christianity no, let me make sure I get this right. He said, I believe in Christianity like I believe the sun. Not just because I see it, but by it, I see everything else. And so what we see in Scripture, what we see that Jesus taught and what he came to do and what Scripture shows us actually lays out a picture of reality. That God created the world, that mankind is sinful, right? And who would argue that we're not broken and have flaws and failures, that we don't live up to what we know we're supposed to, right? We all know there's something slightly wrong with the world and there should be something more out there. Well, the Bible makes sense of all of that. We know that there is an actual right and wrong whenever we talk about, well, that's evil. There is a real thing that is evil. Some things are just wrong. The Bible makes sense of that. And so historically, the evidence is there that the Bible is true, and that Jesus was a real person who rose from the dead. Personally, the experience is there, and just looking at reality, it just adds up and makes sense. So, and then that conversation can go all over the place from there.